passed away today, surrounded by his family. Turner launched the cable news network, the world's first 24-hour news channel, on the 1st of June 1980. Turner was married 3 times, including to actress Jane Fonda. He disclosed in September 2018 that he was suffering from Lewy body dementia, a brain disorder that affects memory and other cognitive functions. He is survived by his 5 children. A partly cloudy Thursday with isolated showers and rain in Gauteng. Johannesburg will drop to an overnight low of 7 degrees, peaking at 14, Pretoria 8 and 17, and Vereniging 8 and 14 degrees. Noluthando Ngeno, Eyewitness News.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
Comfort ends where Marawa Sports Worldwide begins.
Congratulations to White Shangani for winning that trip to represent MSW to the World Cup.
Tanko, what a show,
Oh man, give it up guys, give it up.
That is so nice. I'm happy for him.
Rob, I'm very excited for our very own shareholder, White Shangan Rob. Well deserved.
Bafana, lucky fan is going to World Cup.
If it's shaking sport, we are already on it.
Makgopa again! That's gone all the way through. Now, did Makgopa get a touch, or is it Maswanganyi's goal? I think Makgopa is pointing towards Maswanganyi in a very sporting way to say it's his.
#MSW.
Gayton McKenzie, what is he talking about? He was allowing fans that deserve to go to the World Cup to finally go to the World Cup.
We've got 2 sponsors paying for this. They're going for the opening game in Mexico, and they're going for 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to say, we still have 4 spots, wildcard spots.
This is where sport breaks, bends, and gets told straight.
We are very happy to see national teams do well. We will pack the airports. We will do all of these crazy things, which they deserve. It's not that I'm saying they don't deserve it. But then I feel sorry when I see a KG Monjane going to the circuit, going to Wimbledon, going to the US Open, going to the Aussie Open, going to wherever open. And she comes back as a champion. And there's just family and friends at the airport. During Madiba's days, Madiba understood the power of sport in South Africa.
Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire.
Madiba understood the power of what sport does to take people out of poverty.
Sport can create hope where once there was only despair.
If Baby Jake Matlala, the late, won a belt, first stop he makes is the union buildings. To be accepted by who? The president. Because when you sing that anthem, Nkosi Sikelel, what are you doing? You're representing your country. These days, champions come back, nobody knows. I don't think we take sport seriously. And when I talk about sport, I mean sport including tennis. Seriously. Joining us fresh off an electrifying Asian tour is Alwande Skosana.
Things like knowing how good you are, but you're not able to be where you belong because of, certain things that are out of your control. That's pain, you understand? So I have to live with that.
Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
Talk about the impact of sport on individuals. My goodness, listen to this.
I'm happy that Rob. I'm happy. This Patrick. Patrick is very happy. Makanda Arsenal. What a beautiful morning. Every Tuesday to everyone. This morning means a lot to us Arsenal fans. Rob. The league is in our hands. It's ours to lose. We believe, Mikel Arteta, we believe. Please lead us to the victory. The promised land is near to us, is near. What they came, you say they Rob, what they came? Arsenal.
Sure. All I can say, guys, that is what football and sport does to people. What that was, I don't know. I just know that it's happiness. Welcome to it. It is hashtag MSW Marawa Sports Worldwide. Proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Let's go!
The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
And guess what? We love it.
Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Oh my word, he went for power.
From boardrooms to touchlines,
he and his executive committee are dead men walking.
we connect the dots. Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Hashtag MSW.
Right, it's going to be exploding all over the world tonight. Hashtag MSW, Marawa Sports Worldwide. Interactive as always. An important night for football. I saw a crossing just a few minutes ago on ENCA. And very, very packed stadium. It looks like already, or people flowing to the stadium because the crossing was done just outside of the venue itself. But you could tell the fans, it is a sold-out affair. And that is why when I talk about, the lights that are blazing in Tshwane, the tickets that are gone and the pressure that the players are going to be under, it's absolutely suffocating. And that's why tonight football takes center stage at the iconic Loftus Versfeld Stadium. Sold out, yes. It was sold out days ago and ready to erupt as Kaizer Chiefs are going to be locking horns with the dominant force of Mamelodi Sundowns. It is a Betway Premiership blockbuster, if ever there was one. I mean, that could tilt the balance of power. I've never seen Pirates fans so interested in the game like this. And they're going to be watching very closely, the Pirates fans. And I know that they're going to be supporting, guess who? Kaizer Chiefs, their arch enemies. And knowing that tonight's result could define who ultimately lifts that trophy. And now, we go straight into the camp of Mamelodi Sundowns because if you're going to be talking about a man who knows everything about pressure, I'm talking about Daniel Mambush Mudau. He joins me live from Loftus. Mambush, good evening.
Good evening to you, Rob, and good evening to the listeners, Rob.
How do you describe tonight from whatever... I don't know. I don't even want to put words into your mouth. I'm just talking from anticipation, excitement, and what could possibly be.
Rob, I was asking myself, I know that we're playing Chiefs, but I see a lot of Pirate supporters here, the chanting, the singing, so, in the history of South African football, it shows me that, today, Pirate making a history to support Kaizer Chiefs, But, it's going to be a humdinger of a game, Rob, because of both Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns supporters, they're eagerly waiting for this humdinger of a game.
And from your perspective, you'd have been watching in the same way Orlando Pirates playing Stellenbosch last night, Mambush. You would have hoped that Stellenbosch, doesn't, put too much pressure on what's happening. I know which result you were hoping for, but when you watch the game, obviously 3 points went to Orlando Pirates. They got the 2 goals. What is your thinking about tonight when you saw last night's results?
Yeah, Rob, I can tell you that we as Mamelodi Sundowns, we know how to run the race. This season, Orlando Pirates, they've been giving us, that pound to pound, to say where we want it, But, as I'm saying that, as Mamelodi Sundowns, we've been in this situation for almost 8 years, and then we know how to finish the race. It's not how we start, it's how we finish. But we're going to make sure that we win all our 3 games.
Title race, the pressure building up, Chiefs highly motivated, Mambush, as you would know. What for you should be the key message from the coach to the players in handling both what might happen, not only as far as tonight in the Bedway Premiership, but also you guys are looking out for your second star within the CAF Champions League final?
Yeah, as a coach, you just want to, I was going to say to the players, you know what, play your normal game the way you know. As Mamelodi Sundowns, a draw, a lose, a win, we welcome every result. But definitely show a rope on this stage where we are now. Mamelodi Sundowns, is on top, on top. I'm telling you that, as a coach, you just say to them, go and play your normal football. Yes, I can give you signs of how you can elevate to where I want you to do, but go and enjoy your game and make sure that you win this game.
I mean, from your experience as a club legend, what defines a Sundowns performance in big games like this?
Wow. Rob, to be honest, this game, from the supporters' view, because we know that they're going to make sure that they give our players that oomph, singing at the stands, and then our players already know, even they're playing outside. They've been playing curve games, in the 80,000 capacity or 90,000 capacity. When the stadium is chanting, our players, they become more like you chanting to them, So they don't have fear of, with teams got a lot of supporters or the team that doesn't have. But us, we are happy with, as they joking to say we are 57. So we love the way we are at 57, and then we make sure that at 57 we're going to give our players a moral boost to sing to make sure that they win this game for the supporters.
Yeah, talking about the supporters, what do you see as a key factor, or maybe the biggest danger, to put it that way, Mambush? What would be the biggest danger if Sundowns underestimate Kaizer Chiefs tonight?
Yeah, Rob, we respect Kaizer Chiefs as a team, and then as a big team. Us, we are not the big team, we are the best team. Let me tell you something, Rob. Coming to a game of 90 minutes, our players, they know, they don't respect anyone until the last whistle, until the referee blow the last whistle. So, tonight, I'm telling you, Rob, Mamelodi Sundowns is going to be victory with 3 points.
Any word about the starting lineup?
Not yet, Rob. Not yet. I didn't find the starting lineup. Maybe around 7 o'clock. Yeah, that's where the lineup will be given to the journalists and those who are...
Come on, Mambush. You're giving me formalities here, man. We're talking. You know the lineup. Just tell us the lineup.
Remember, as Sundowns, as Sundowns, Rob, we always saying we don't have a star. A star is a team. So whoever starts on the starting lineup, we know that's going to do a good job.
Just give me 4 names. Who's going to start?
100% Ronwen will start.
That's 1. Number 2?
Number 2, Pupido will start.
3?
Tebo Mkwena will start.
4?
I hope Daniel Mambush Muda will be a striker.
Bye-bye, Mudel. Good luck for tonight, man.
Thank you very much, Rob. May the best team win. Thank you.
All right, beautiful stuff there. Daniel Mambush Mudel, a Sundowns legend, joining us live from the stadium. And on the flip side of things, though, we have to focus on Kaizer Chiefs because they're calling them the party spoilers. Vina Maposa is on the line. Vina is representing Kaizer Chiefs. He's the corporate communications manager for Kaizer Chiefs. Vina, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Robert, let me just hop on the park so that your listeners can feel the heat and the excitement around the Loftus Stadium. You can hear in my background that the vibe is swelling up, the excitement, the ululating, and all the hype that goes with a big match is happening. Good evening, Robert Marawa. Thank you very much. This is Kaizer Chiefs in Loftus.
Oh, Kaizer Chiefs at Loftus. I mean, we've been seeing a great build-up, a sold-out affair. We've been talking about it the entire time. And somebody just told me now that this is the GNU where you have Orlando Pirates supporting Kaizer Chiefs tonight. How rare, how awkward, how important is that support that you're going to be getting from your biggest rivals, Orlando Pirates, but they're supporting you to beat Sundowns tonight?
There is an old saying that supporters or fans, they support their beloved teams, but they all love Kaizer Chiefs. So it is a known fact that we appreciate any support that you can get. And it is, to us, it's not a strange thing to have another team supporter supporting us. So we love it and we welcome their support.
I mean, obviously, the match, Vina, carries huge implications for the title race. I mean, how aware is the squad of what's at stake beyond just tonight, and maybe even the coaches and their future for next season?
Look, Robert, it is a known fact that any damage we do to Sundowns today will favor our arch rivals, Orlando Pirates. But our focus is somewhat different. It is looking at the pride of Kaizer Chiefs. It is looking at the winning of our team, formed on the 7th of January 1970 in Soweto, Pefeni, Sinso Street. That is our focus. We were formed on the mentality of winning. Winning is our middle name. So that is the fundamentals of being Kaizer Chiefs. Other than that, we know that we need to beat Sundowns to make our supporters happy. So that is the main focus. As to what happens with the results, that will be tallied by the PSL, that will be sorted out by the league and all that.
Now, when you look at the key players, when you look at senior players within Kaizer Chiefs, I mean, what key role do you think they're going to have on the younger ones through a game of this intensity?
No, this isn't, Robert, the different approach that we've not seen in recent years is that we've got enough squad. We've got what bandits and technicians call, depth. We are okay on that front. Any player that dons the gold and black of Kaizer Chiefs is able to do their work equally. So we are on a better space in that regard.
Are you in a better space than Mambush? Mambush did not want to give me the starting lineup. I'm sure you're confident enough to give us, the nation, the continent, that starting lineup of Kaizer Chiefs tonight?
No, it's not confidence, Robert. All what it is that we are not a secret. We are a football citizen. At any time, we are able to dish out to the listeners who we lining up today against Sundowns. Just tell me if perhaps the noise behind is stealing, the show.
No, you are dominant. Nobody's stealing anything from you.
Okay,
yeah, we are about to steal the lineup from you. Go ahead.
Let me go to the lineup in a jiffy. I want to give it to you, Robs, in a way that it will be very nice and solid. I need to read it to you, not to read it to you in a way I have typed it. Let me, Pepper Team, Robert, I'm taking the field with Brandon Peterson as the captain, and I'm going out with number 48, Bradley Cross, who will be operating on the left. Aiden McCarthy and Given Simango take the center stage, and the Munyane Tabiso, wearing jersey number 2, will be operating on the right side. When you get on the middle of the park, you're going to find Sipesi Ntovu. You're going to find Lebuhang Mabue, a former Sundowns multiple medal collector, wearing number 6. Mduduzi, do or die, Shabalala will be wearing jersey number 7, made famous by the legendary Max Mamponyane. You got Claudie Lilepo wearing 99, operating in the flanks on the right. Ule Modi on the left wearing jersey number 13, and Flavio da Silva wearing number 77. Robert, that is my 11. That is my starting lineup. The best of the best, Zanzi for sure. On the bench, a quick one, Rob. Prosla will be there. Miguel is there. Tetra is in the bench as well. Pele, Cirino, Dupuy, Villagazi, and Belebai. Injured today will remain long-term injury of Rushin Dotli, as well as the injury to Quinica, that is Zita, and you're looking at the injury to George Matou. So those are the reported injuries that I have. The rest of the players are not selected on the technical reasons.
Vina Mapasa, we salute you, sir. Thank you very much for having the confidence in telling us that starting lineup outside of the 1 hour mark, and we love it that way. Communications and corporate communications manager at Kaizer Chiefs, Vina Mapasa, the man famously known to be from Reimsig. He's at Loftus tonight. Thanks so much, Vina.
Thank you, Robert. Thanks, Robert, and have a good evening, and we are live.
Thank you so much. Love is energy, man. Love is energy.
Aye, Mambushi, man. Aye, Mambushi, man. Aye. Give us the lineup. Ah, Mambushi. Teka nje. Aye, sugar.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
It's another girl.
Families multiply, fees shouldn't. With Ultimate Banking, you get support for every chapter. Get discounted banking for your spouse and give each of your children a head start with a Mega U account. Because as your family grows, your banking should keep up. Apply online. Your story matters. ABSA. Terms and conditions apply. ABSA is an authorized financial services provider.
If you haven't tasted KFC strips, how would you know that they're coated in our 11 secret herbs and spices? How would you know that they're crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside? How would you know that you can get the strips bucket for one from just $49.90? If you haven't tasted KFC strips, how would you know how finger-licking good they are? KFC strips, available in original, zinger, or dunked. You won't get it till you taste them. KFC is finger-licking good. T's and C's apply.
You're not ordinary, right? So why not bet with the extraordinary? Bet on Lotto Star. Lotto Star offers world-renowned lotteries, quick games, real rush slot games, scratch card games, and live games. You could win payouts of up to 75 million rand instantly. Bet now on lottostar.co.za. Your world of live games awaits. Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
So, when are you lovebirds finally going to get married? Aibo! Your cousin Tandi just had a second baby, and I heard Ugut.
You can't pause life, but you can take a holiday from payments. Get the Suzuki Jimny 5-door, and Suzuki will cover up to your first 3 installments, so you can explore without limits this summer. Visit suzukiauto.co.za. T's and C's apply.
For many South Africans living with blood cancer or blood disorders, a stem cell donor is their only hope for a second chance at life. Right now, someone is waiting for a match. This World Blood Cancer Month, be the reason they get another moment, a birthday, and a chance at a full life. Visit dkmsafrica.org and register to become a stem cell donor today.
Being in construction has taught me that buying machinery doesn't come cheap. Loaders, excavators, graders, they're the heartbeat of the job site. Now, thanks to My Way Business Insurance, I save up to 20% on my insurance premiums every month. This saving helps keep my machines working and projects moving.
Switch to My Way Business Insurance and save up to 20% on your yellow metal machinery. Real businesses, real savings. Call us on 0860 646464 today for a quote. My Way is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. Standard rates and T's
T&Cs apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
And remember this gentleman just the other day, he said this.
White Changanye, I submitted my lucky fan for Kaizer Chiefs to go to the World Cup. I'm ready. My passport is already been polished. Yeah.
As I would say, a few moments later.
White Shangan over here, Adam Tombeni. Today, Mr. Mackenzie made me one of the happiest fans of South African football. Kosi Nation, Bafana, lucky fan is going to World Cup. White Shangan will be at the World Cup representing. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Marawa. I'd like to say thank you to the opportunity from Mr. Gaten Mackenzie. Tanko. What a show.
Oh man. Give it up, guys. Give it up to White Shangan. Is off to the World Cup, is off to Mexico. What a moment.
#MSW. #MSW. Marawa Sports Worldwide. Uncomfortable conversations.
Well, it's clear. I'm responsible. I'm the coach.
Necessary truths.
Don't it just off, in my opinion.
#MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Ronnie Masikani from Orange Farm. Mr. Marawa, I never thought one day I'll support Chiefs. I'm a Pirates fan. I never thought one day I'll support Chiefs. Today I'm a Chiefs fan. Even though now they're supporting Sundowns, then we'll go and join them, support them today, and they're gonna win today. We want this league, man. Please, Makosi, do the job. Sharp, Mr. Marawa.
Good evening, Rob. Jody here. Listen, we've got 3 points in the bag here. Cabo Yellow, we're bringing it home. Capacity Stadium. What do you need more? It's going to be an action-packed 3-0 to Sundowns. Thank you.
Hi, Rob. Greetings to you and all the listeners. This is Joel from Wattville in Benoni. Rob, tonight I wish all the best to Mamelodi Sundowns. I know they're going to win the game, and obviously this will mean that it's going to show the direction of where the cup is going to go. The team has been consistent. It was not an easy thing to play in CAF and then to concentrate on the league. But nonetheless, I think they're in good shape, and it's also the good work that Coach Mikel Cardoso is doing. Thank you. Sharp.
Unbelievable atmosphere that's happening here, even on the airwaves, where the fans of, believe it or not, Orlando Pirates are declaring their loyalty to Kaizer Chiefs today. Oh, I don't think I've come across this in a very long time. Richard is also in Proteas Land. He joins me on the line. Richard, good evening.
Good evening, Rob. How are you?
I don't know. You tell me.
You know, to be honest, Rob, I'm not stressing with this game tonight. I'm stress-free. I'm telling you why. To me, it's a win-win situation. Eh?
It's a win-win situation for?
For me, it's a win-win situation, for me personally. I'm not going to stress about this game. What I did, I took my money, put it on Sundowns, and then Sundowns, they're going to draw. If they win a draw, I'm getting my money. But if Chiefs win, I'm also going to benefit on the other side of Pirates. I'm also going to be happy. So to me, it's a win-win situation.
So you're confident? Are you driving to the stadium?
No. I'm driving home now. I'm going to Glen now from work. I can't go to the stadium.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, Sundowns win, I'm winning my money. If Chiefs win, Pirates is benefiting on the side. So I'm going to be happy as well.
Richard, obviously, sounds like a big betting man, hey?
Yo, soccer night, ne? Evening to Rob, gift here. An evening to your MSW shareholders. So sad, Rob. What a bad week for football. Can we just end the seasons already and can the World Cup just start? Monday, Chelsea loses. Yesterday, Atletico were just ridiculous. They didn't even convince me. And today, Chiefs, I'm telling you, they're going to win or draw. When we want them to lose, so we can enjoy the tears of Orlando Pirates. And also Sunday or this weekend, Rob, please. I know you and John Barnes are going to want to kick me while I'm down. Please go easy on me when Liverpool plays Chelsea. Sharp, Rob.
Oh man, you gotta love what tonight is all about. But at this very, very same time, you gotta love what's going to be happening here. Hey. All right, so keep those voice notes coming through as we head off now to Germany, to Frankfurt. where Europe is bracing for another footballing explosion. I'm talking about Paris Saint-Germain as well as Bayern Munich, ready to write the next chapter of the UEFA Champions League Classic. 9 goals, remember, in the first leg? Yeah, 9. It was 9 goals. It was a 5-4 thriller that shattered records and also set the stage of what could be an even more outrageous second act at the iconic Allianz Arena. I mean, there's no fear, there's no retreat. From what I've been reading and following, there's no holding back, just 2 European giants that are refusing to blink. They're chasing glory. I mean, they're chasing history. They're chasing a place in the final. And what a way to break it all down. The tactics, the madness, the moments that could actually define this tie that we're talking about here. I think the entire world is talking about it. The founder of Ad Result Sports, performance strategist, a football mind, Mario Leo. Mario, welcome to Marawa Sports Worldwide. What a time. Good evening.
Good evening, Robert. It's a great pleasure to be on the show tonight. Obviously, a big game in South Africa with the Sunderland playing the Kaiser Chiefs, and obviously one here in Europe, in Munich, in Germany. So, Bayern PSG. Last week, the first match ever without a midfield. Yeah, where just defensive line and offensive line were just like fighting with each other. And tonight's going to be sequel 2, part 2 of that.
I mean, are we about to witness another all-out football war in Munich as what we saw last week?
I think it's probably going to start a bit slower as last week, I would assume. But ultimately, yes, I think it's going to be a great game. I mean, Luis Enrique already said after the first match that his team needs 3 goals in Munich to be safe and reach the final. And obviously that's why, I mean, Bayern will just, the atmosphere will be bustling and Bayern will just try to avoid having 3 goals against each other. I personally predict a 3-1 victory for Bayern Munich and then a Bayern-Arsenal final, which would be brilliant because both teams obviously through the qualification round of UEFA Champions League have been head-to-head. Arsenal, first team ever, didn't lose any games. Bayern were second in that table, so and that would the first time be that the first 2 in after the group stage would be the 2 going into the final.
I mean, from a performance and tactical perspective, Mario, I mean, what actually went wrong, or did it go wrong? I don't think the fans thought anything went wrong because we love to see goals, but if you had to analyze it defensively for both of these teams in Paris, I mean, was it about the structure or the discipline or just elite attacking quality?
No, nothing went wrong at all. I mean, both sides know that they have outstanding offensive players. You have Doué, Bacola, Kvaratskhelia, and Dembele on PSG side. You have Luis Diaz, Michael Olise, and Harry Kane on Bayern side. And both teams trusted everything for their strikers. And obviously what we saw is obviously an offense versus defense versus offense-defense. So it was like a modern American football kind of game, where the midfield was just a switch or a fast gateway to get the ball as quickly up front as possible, because both teams really resonated and knew that their offensive players would capitalize. And obviously, I mean, I honestly, I think Bayern will be the slight advantage, because when you are 5-2 down on that level against such a brilliant performing Paris Saint-Germain, and you come back to 5-4, even pushing forward with the set piece to equalize the game, I think Bayern knows their strength. And what is interesting in that match, Rob, is the overall competition. So both teams have played 17 times. Bayern won 9 games, PSG won 8 games. There's never ever been a draw between these 2 teams. And Bayern's goal difference is 25-23 because of that 1 goal difference. So it's a goal galore. So it's meant to be goalless, and it meant to be a goal intensive game. And that's what's going to happen tonight again.
Sure. I mean, I was looking earlier on, Mario, and very key points that you're making. But if you're dangling a carrot for Bayern, and a lot of these players are already, making and breaking records and making history themselves individually, but also collectively as a team. I mean, Bayern just need, 2 more goals to become the second side in Champions League history to reach 900 goals.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think obviously Bayern is aiming for records, because they broke already so many records. I mean, they scored more than 100 goals in the Bundesliga, or 110 goals. So their goal scoring record is brilliant. It was unfortunate that Harry Kane was injured for a short period of time, because Bayern was on the verge, or Harry Kane was on the verge of equalizing and vaporizing Robert Lewandowski's goal scoring record, and never ever anybody thought that this would be broken again. But everything is so offensive, and what makes that clash tonight again so special is their Champions League performance, Robert, because both teams have played 10 matches, 8 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss for both teams. So everything is just so special and so equal with these two teams, and I think it will be a psychological power game, but it will be a very offensive psychological power game tonight.
The loss of Hakimi for PSG?
I'm not sure. I mean, obviously he was injured. He was obviously. It's a big impact on the right hand side. But obviously, I mean, when you saw João Mendes going off with cramps last week, so the wing players are the most important, because obviously both teams know that their wings are critically needed. Yeah, so and I think that again, Dembélé will play an offensive 10 and not be on the wings. He will move to the wings because Luis Enrique and Vincent Kompany likes the flexibility and the versatility of his players. So we will see obviously Luis Diaz moving into the 10. We will see Harry Kane in the own 16-yard box. It's going to be everything, because both teams know there are just minor differences, and football is a game of accident and sudden incidents, and maybe that's going to be decisive tonight, that just the balls fall right to one team.
For you, who's the ideal finalist? I know maybe part of your heart says Bayern Munich. Arsenal are waiting. So for the ideal finalist would be who? It's just the game of opposites, or the semi-final of opposites, because you have two offensive firepowers playing against in one semi-final, and two defensive strategists playing in the other semi-final, and obviously Arsenal deservedly went through. But the cards will be completely fresh for the final, because the defensive team won't be the favorite, or the offensive team favorite. It will be all square. And in Germany, the saying is that defense wins you championships and offense wins you games. So obviously in the final, there's only one winner to come out. For me personally, based on the overall performance, based on the way the players have been performing, is Bayern the perfect candidate, as I mentioned, because they had the best group stage records with Arsenal. Vincent Kompany likes to balance. As it talks about balance, that line balanced completely out. Live from Frankfurt there, Mario Leo, founder of Ad Result Sport. But I think we had reached kind of the end of the conversation. He has said that it's going to be Bayern versus Arsenal in the Champions League. So thanks so much, Mario. Pity the line cut right there at the end, but it just gives me a little bit of time, though, because I was listening to Vincent Kompany earlier on today. I mean, he's downplayed the comments from Arsenal's Mikel Arteta, suggesting that Bayern and Paris Saint-Germain are playing in different worlds. He said that the remark was not a criticism of the club, but rather a reflection on the Premier League's demanding calendar, which includes 38 league matches. We talk about domestic cups and there's no winter break, etc.
Obviously, having been in the Premier League for many years, if I read between the lines, it's basically a calendar discussion. I don't think it's a criticism on PSG or Bayern Munich or anything like this. It's the fact that you have 38 games to play, plus the League Cup, plus the FA Cup. You don't really have a winter break. And then every single time someone has a bad game, you go, well, how comes they have a bad game? I think that's the conversation what these guys are having. So it's not for me to jump in, but it's a legitimate, because obviously Jurgen Klopp, being German, how many times has he not spoken about this? And I was in that time in the league, so I understand it. But it's not not my problem to solve at the moment.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Disney on Ice is back. Join Mickey, Minnie, Stitch, and all your favorite Disney stars from Frozen, Moana, Toy Story, Coco, and more. Mickey's Search Party skates into Sunbet Arena, Times Square from the 27th of June to the 5th of July. It's the ultimate family winter holiday outing, packed with excitement and adventure. Book now at showtime.co.za. Disney on Ice, brought to you by Showtime Management in association with F&B and 947.
Andile's home for the holidays.
Andile!
Mom's difficult to please.
Ach, yeah.
But he brought the big box of her favorite assorted.
Wait.
Now Dad's feeling left out. But Andile came through with 3 extra TV channels.
Wait.
Now Uncle wants airtime, Cousin wants sneakers, and Auntie wants a weave. But everyone gets something because Andile got money in minutes. Turn Achnia into Awe with a fast loan. Wonga. Money in minutes. Wonga.co.za. A registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Chamberlain now has 10 branches throughout Gauteng, with 36,000 items in stock 98.5% of the time. Our available and knowledgeable staff are ready to help you. Big on stock, strong on service, built on values. Chamberlain, famous for hardware since 1903.
Outsurance can't improve your braai skills, but they could improve the car insurance premium you currently pay. Get a quote today, and if Outsurance can't save you money on your car insurance premium, ask for 500 Rand cash. Make that 1,500 Rand if you've been claim-free and with the same insurer for 3 years. Get a quote and get savings or cash. Either way, you win. SMS out to 43503. That's out to 43503. Outsurance. Licensed insurer and FSP. T's and C's online.
It's that time of the year. Sore throats, congestion, wet and dry coughs, pain and fever. For trusted relief for you and your family, ask your pharmacist to recommend a winter survival pack from the Adcock Ingram OTC range. With products like Medikil A, Expigen, Corenza Parac, Adco Napamol, Dilinct Junior and more, we have you covered this winter. Remember, Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
Hey, Chap, you know most football games have half-time, full-time, and extra time.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? The Fish and Chip Company has Laduma time.
Oh, what's that?
That's the time straight after the game when you are really hungry and you go to the Fish and Chip Company for their Laduma #1 meal. A small Russian chips and a 300ml body for only 39.90. Plus, you stand a chance to win one of 5 50-inch Samsung Smart TVs.
Laduma, let's go. The Fish and Chip Company.
Fresh, hot, and a lot.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
As our very own national junior lightweight champion is going to be stepping into the ring for the biggest fight of her life, a shot at the IBO world title. All right, so remember the name, guys, Bernice Ferreira. But you sound like somebody who understands that there's a word called pressure, but it doesn't really affect you.
Yeah, they say diamonds are made under pressure. So, I mean, I feel like I've been living under pressure my whole life. It's time for me to become a diamond now.
What about a rose that grew from concrete? The rose that grew from concrete with Tupac Shakur.
Yeah.
You see, you wouldn't ask why the rose that grew from the concrete had damaged petals.
Sure.
On the contrary, we would all celebrate its tenacity.
Don't ask.
Crazy.
That's so deep, though.
We would all love its will to reach the sun.
Yeah, so you don't understand. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm listening to that.
We are the roses.
#MSW. #MSW.
Rob, it's Gifts Inkosi here in Snake Park in Soweto. Rob, under no circumstances, I won't support Kaizer Chiefs. I'm a Pagania. I'm black and white. So, yeah, this thing of them saying they are going to give Sundowns 3 points. Yeah, well, Sundowns was going to beat them. I don't see, like, they don't have a lineup that can compete with Sundowns. So, I've already made peace with it. That Sundowns is going to win today. But I'm going to keep my finger crossing that maybe along the way they will they will get a draw or a lose so that I can win a league. I don't want any favors from Chiefs. Good show, Robert Marawa, as usual.
Evening, Prarop. Please tell Vidamaposa if Kaiser Chiefs wins tonight, he's not making the fans happy. We want Sundowns to beat us. Well, not carelessly, not like 4-0, 3-0, whatever. 2-1, 1-0, it's okay, but we want Sundowns to win. That's what we want as Amakosi fans.
Hi Rob, this is Soli from Red Valley in Krugerstock. Today we are Soweto United. Soweto United. I'm Kosi for life today. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. It's Uluflang here, and good evening, Mr. Brishil. There's man, oh man, who would have thought that people are going to be swinging to the enemies because people believe that the enemy of my enemy is my friend and vice versa. That's going to be tonight's game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs because everybody believes that, the league title is hanging on this particular match, even though there are other games as well that could be playing a role. But this feels like somewhat of a cup final, especially since Pirates did their job. Now it's up to either Sundowns or Chiefs to get the job done, but you'd feel that the hopes of both teams' title race would be very much in this match. I just think whoever wins here tonight will very much have the final blow, the final killer blow to this ever so exciting title race. Well, I think this is hands down the best title race that we've seen in many, many years. And whoever wins the league this season, they would have won it because they deserve it. That's just my prediction. With that said, if I'm to predict where this one will go, I think it's going to end in a draw, full of goals. 1-1 draw between Sundowns and Chiefs. Great show as always. Thanks.
1-1 draw. Wow. Big, bold prediction, that one, hey? All right, we're going to be going worldwide right now, hey, as we count down to another major tournament. In fact, it's not just another major tournament, it's the biggest football spectacle on the planet. The 2026 FIFA World Cup set to light up the United States, Mexico, Canada in just, 36 days? But tonight, though, we asked the very, very uncomfortable question, who is this World Cup really for? Because while the world prepares, to celebrate football without borders, millions of fans are staring at these staggering costs for tickets for what could be Bafana Bafana's opening clash against Mexico, starting at nearly 70,000 rand. 70,000 rand, soaring well beyond the 300,000 rand mark, though, for premium experiences. So, is this the people's game, or has it become a luxury product that's reserved for the elite? And beyond the eye-watering prices inside the halls of FIFA's 76th Congress in Vancouver, decisions were made, alliances were strengthened, yes, and one man once again, tightened his grip on world football. One man, with re-election looming for FIFA President Gianni Infantino, billions in revenue on the table, and also growing questions about governance, global politics, and also the future of the game. So the stakes have never, ever been higher. And to unpack it all now, from ticket chaos to transport concerns and fan frustrations to the real story behind FIFA's decision-making, we are joined by one of the most respected voices in global sports journalism, a man who's been inside the rooms where it all happens. The New York Times' journalist, Tariq Panja, joining us live from the United Kingdom as we go worldwide. Tariq, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for your patience. Good evening.
Thanks, Robert. Nice to be with you. Always a pleasure to be with you.
Always great hearing your voice, Tariq. I wish it was a more happier conversation that I was going to be having, because we're all excited. We hit the 50-day countdown, and we were excited. We're getting closer and closer. We're hitting, the 36-day countdown. And every single day we hear these reports about this World Cup. The hotels are not being booked. The fans are not buying the tickets. What is going on? What are we witnessing as being the most expensive World Cup in history?
It's a real joyless build-up to an event that has given millions of us and millions of people who've come before us so much pleasure since the tournament started in 1930s. You speak to any boy and girl who likes football, their first memories often will be associated with this incredible event, and that's what it is. It is like you have your moment, I have my moment, others who call into your show will have their World Cup moments. I remember being in South Africa at Soccer City for that glorious opening of the 2010 World Cup. And it is something that is one of the few precious things we have as a global community to get behind. And we are now, as you say, 36 days away. And the anticipation around it doesn't feel the same. Yes, there's negative stories before World Cups. Let's not forget we're coming from Qatar to the United States, Mexico, and Canada. I remember being in the room in Russia in 2018 when these three countries were given hosting rights. It did feel quite exciting. The World Cup will be going there, and in the entire world, well, whichever country you come in, you will have a diaspora in these places, certainly in the US and Canada, and it would be, a very exciting tournament. And now here we are talking about this eye-wateringly expensive event. You said, is it for elites? Well, who else is it for at those prices? You tell me, how can the common person go without going broke and more to this event? And I've said, almost impossible. I've just come back from Argentina where I've done a story on this specific thing. If you remember the backdrop to World Cups in Brazil, Russia, and certainly in Qatar, it was the Argentines that brought the noise and the colour, and they always go the extra mile. And now, are we going to get that? Are we going to get that pageantry? Are we going to get that noise, the World Cup atmosphere? I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I remember you talked about 2010 South Africa. The Germans certainly did, having a conversation with Lothar Matthäus, and he talked to me about getting into a car with all the fans, and they drove from Johannesburg and they went all the way to Durban, and he loved that. The Dutch always bring, the Oranje experience, and everything is exciting. They bring those olden days Beatles, the originals, and it's a fun fair. Now you can't tell the entire world that no, Iran, yes, they qualified, but we can't guarantee their safety. So all of this mixed messaging again, Tariq, it sends the wrong message of what FIFA and the World Cup, like you correctly said, should be all about.
It does. And look, I'm talking to you today. Yesterday, where was Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president? At another conference for the world's plutocrats at the Milken Institute Global Conference. He has surrounded himself with either very wealthy people or very powerful people. When was the last time you saw Gianni Infantino in a football setting, or with football people, or with fans, or the general public? He's kind of in a very high ivory tower up there, lording it over FIFA, defending these ticket prices, saying they go into grow the game around the world. Look, one thing FIFA is not short of is money. FIFA had $7.5 billion from Qatar. It's now saying it's going to have 12-13 billion. And the big question is why? Why does it need it? Like, how much? What all of this money going to all of these football associations? A lot of them, the big ones, certainly don't need this money. This is all about the FIFA system, the electoral system. 211 members, one vote per member. More money you get. Remember who you're going to vote for in the election. You mentioned Gianni Infantino saying he is a candidate. And let me ask you, this election period has just started. How is it? How can it be that three confederations, I think it was starting off with South America, and then I think Asia, and I think CAF as well, Africa as well, have said they're going to, why? Like, do you not want to wait to see if there's another candidate? Even before he said, what is this? What attracted you to the billionaire, as some people say? It's just a very, very, very kind of simple and cheap outlook for football. It shows that I'll give you the money, you keep quiet, and don't forget, this will be beyond 12 years if he will stay on. This is a man who came in scandal after the previous FIFA administration was wiped out by the FIFA scandal in 2015. And, term limits was important, rules, regulations, plurality of voices, transparency, all of these things were said to be, very, very important. But, this is a man who doesn't give press conferences. This is a man who, hides on his Instagram account. This is a man who said he'll be like a normal one, to quote Klopp. who's flying around on private jets. What is FIFA? What is football? And how is it connected to this game we love from the bottom up? They talk about pyramids and grassroots and all of these things. How is this man the most identifiable figure of this organization? How can we associate him with the game? We can associate him with rich and powerful people. And does that not feed into the most expensive tickets in World Cup history?
Sure. You're 100% correct, because what you've just said now, Tariq, took me back to how we got to, I won't say the election of a CAF president, because it was supposed to be an election. Then Gianni stepped in, dismantled all of that, and out came a leader as per an agreement, and it was unveiled as such. So it almost looks like that trend now is going to become a trend that he's going to be applying on himself. But let's go back to the U.S. market, because that's what FIFA argues. They say that this reflects the U.S. market. But, I mean, is this a justification, fair to global fans, especially those from Africa? I mean, the numbers that I quoted early on as I was introducing you, those are figures we know nothing about, especially in going to a football match. It is crazy, and especially if you're still going to be getting onto a flight. Just, a day ago, the fuel price skyrocketed in South Africa, so you can imagine what it's going to cost then in 36 days' time to fly to the US or to Mexico.
It's astonishing. It's astonishing the general costs of all of this. US hyper-capitalism, and these hoteliers and cities were promised a bonanza if they get the World Cup. So here's what we're seeing. We're seeing that on the ground. But FIFA has no control over things like that. Like FIFA can't decide how much a hotel group is going to charge, or airlines and things like this. However, what it does have control over are these tickets. And the argument has been this, that they've got a very, whatever this means, quote unquote, mature entertainment market. People are used to paying crazy amounts for tickets to events. Begs the question, why are they okay with that? But that's something for the Americans to perhaps consider for themselves. And then the other thing is, if we didn't charge this much, they would go on the secondary market, which is legal in the US, and we have to do this. Now, I've covered a lot of World Cup bids, World Cups too, and the politics around these things. FIFA has a monopoly over the World Cup. It has all the power before it has awarded rights to host nations. And in that, it has a very stringent contract with the bidders. FIFA, I remember in Brazil, got them to change the law over selling beer, for example.
Yes.
What I want to know is, whatever the culture and rules on resales and all this, FIFA say, you want our World Cup? You can have our World Cup, but these tickets, we would require an exemption, say, on resale sites. But instead, what they've done is not only sort of succumbed to the culture, but joined in a way that is the most incredible kind of almost abuse of its monopolistic position here, by saying, okay, the tickets are going to be really, really expensive from the start, and they're going to have this dynamic pricing, airline style, up and down, depending on demand. But not only that, yes, they'll be able to be resold, particularly on our own marketplace, and we will take 15% from the buyer and 15% from the seller as well. So 30% cut of tickets that they've already sold when they go onto the resale. It is an absolutely obscene attempt to generate revenue here in ways that a non-profit football governing body, whose role is to grow the popularity of football around the world and to protect it in the future, should have no part in.
I have a sense, Tariq, that you and I are going to be chatting with 15 days to go to the World Cup as we update the entire African continent on what is going on. I just read now something that popped up from the FIFA World Cup Twitter page saying, get ready for the FIFA World Cup. A limited release of tickets begins on the 7th of May. Tickets will be available for a first-come, first-served basis while supplies last. All ticket sales are final. Terms apply. These are desperate times, Tariq, and I'm sorry for football. I'm sorry for our time together. But with 15 days to go, you and I are going to chat again. Thank you so much.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Robert.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much indeed. That's Tariq Panja, New York Times journalist, live from London. Maybe we'll get your thoughts as well. Oh, what a story, man. World Cup? Really? What's happened? Marawa Sports Worldwide, probably brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The thrill, the drama, the action. Let the game begin. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW.